This is an ooh-wee production.
Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, where the goal is to better our understanding through conversation. Communicating our feelings, our thoughts, or our opinions could be some of the easiest, or it could be some of the hardest things to do. But by communicating, we begin to form new perspectives. So throughout the various topics and opinions we discuss on our podcast, we hope that we can add value, understanding, and maybe a few laughs to your day. We appreciate you guys listening and enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast, man. I'm your host, Bruce. I'm here with my man, E, man. What's going on, bro?
My brother, how you doing, man?
Good, man.
It's a swell day to be alive, man.
That's it, bro. But glad to be back on the mic, man.
Yes, sir. It's time to make the mic smoke.
Let's go, man.
Yes, sir.
What we talking about today, bro?
Well, you know how we always start off, man. With everything we talking about, it's gonna be straight from the heart. It's gonna be real talk,
right?
So, I want to share something with you real quick, man.
Right.
It's this principle. It's a 333. Have you ever heard of this before? All right. So this will be fresh and new for you. So it says method, right? When it says spend 3 minutes planning your task, 3 minutes reviewing your progress at the end of each session, and 3 minutes reflecting on your achievements. So I'm gonna read that again, man. So method: spend 3 minutes planning, reviewing your progress, and 3 minutes reflecting on your achievement. So it's 333. So 3 minutes planning, 3 reviewing your progress, and then 3 minutes of reflecting.
Okay, so planning, reviewing, reflecting. I think that's dope, though, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's right down my alley, though.
I know it. That's why I wanted to bring it to you, man. That, when I was even introduced to this concept, immediately I thought about you. I said, you know what? That's something that my boy does a great job at. That's something that especially working with you, in tandem with you, that's something that I feel like I could work on and, just hone those particular skills. So,
right.
Excuse me.
How'd you come across that?
Work.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
And just like, and what I find interesting is work, man. The first thing that pops into one's mind when they talk about work, they talk about something. It's like it seems exhausting immediately. It's like, but I don't feel that way no more. Like, it's cool. Like today we had a meeting, right? Every Wednesday we have meetings. And what I'm learning is what I love about the meetings is the fact that, I look forward to learning something new, man. I like my boss lady, she spearheads the meetings and what have you. But it's like I notice, man, I look at her and just focusing on the words that she's saying and how she delivers, things. And I think to myself, I'm like, yo, it's so much that I can learn.
Right.
And it got me to thinking about like role models, stuff like that. It's interesting, man. It's a statistic out there, man, that, a lot of people prefer working for, most men prefer working for a man rather than a woman. And the reason being is because sometimes, they try to make it seem like it's a power trip type thing, And it's, the interesting dynamic for me is I've had the honor of working for, I've worked for a few different women. And first and foremost, just like men, no 3 women or the 3 that I've worked for, none of them are exactly alike. Everybody has different qualities, different skill sets, strong points, whatever. And the thing about it, I think with a lot of men, they take and they draw this conclusion like they'd rather work for men versus a woman is because a lot of times it's this power, first of all, it is such a thing as a superiority complex too. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, who they see as a superior, the last thing they'll rather see as a superior is a woman. Right. My thing is this here. First of all, if you content with self and you know who you are, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if nobody's telling you something negative or,
But I heard that before, man. Like I heard a couple of different like dudes that's would be in like in high profile situations, they say that they enjoy working for women. Like they want to be surrounded. Like they staff is probably like 70% women, 80% women.
But again, that's if you content with self,
Right.
a man that's content with who he is, and first of all, a man that doesn't question himself. It doesn't matter what environment in,
Right.
you're gonna be straight regardless. That's like, man, gonna well ain't nobody stealing off your plate. You're gonna eat at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter if people come in here with 1,000 bibs on because you like, okay, look, that's all well and good. I'm glad you brought your appetite. I brought mine, but you ain't eating off my plate. You know what I'm saying? What's for me is for me. But this pot big enough for everybody. So it's like one of those ordeals. And my thing, what I've noticed between most women and most men is that may be in a place of power. Now don't get me wrong, I have run into I've had certain supervisors in which they were women, and then a lot of people look at them and always saying something about them, and this every little thing gets up under their skin, get on their nerves. But I look at it and I'm like, okay, like you get the same thing from a dude too.
Right.
But it just sounds different, but you just can't take it because the voice may be a little, more high pitch or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like you easily bothered, which tells me it's something deeper there, My thing is, the one thing that the plus for working for women, to me, this is my opinion. That's simply my opinion,
Right.
But what I've noticed is, man, like when it comes to like planning, like thorough when it comes to planning.
What, women?
Yeah,
man.
Very much detailed too, Now, I will say this, sometimes I have come across a couple in which they tend to micromanage. That's the part that does kind of bother me. But again, like I said, the same for, some guys as well.
Yeah.
And and then it'll come across as, if they're saying something to you as they're micromanaging you, it comes across as nagging, But again, I look at the same for men too.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, give me my task. Let me do my task. If you teach it to me the right way, let me just go ahead and handle my business,
Right.
But that's what I'll say. But when it comes to this, like planning out tasks, things of that nature, like they typically they excel at like planning out a task. Sometimes it's like, to me, when given the task after they explain what the task, whatever the task may be, I'm sitting there thinking sometimes the difference between more women versus men in a position of power. I'm like, yo, you might have spent too much time on this task. Like you got this day, like,
yeah.
But it's like, that's again, it's
specialty.
It's amazing how their minds work. At,
Same thing with
times.
trips too. Like women good at planning trips and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of times working for a lady versus a man, a lot of times I don't have a lot of questions after that, because it's like when they get finished explaining to you like your shortcomings maybe, or the areas in which you need to work a little more, you understand, because they sit, they can give it to you like it just happened again yesterday, like the time that this particular incident happened, now they break that stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times with some men bosses or whatever, it's like you sitting in, you like, yo, like, okay, I understand this, like I got a grade, but I don't really know why I got the grade.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but
I feel you on that.
when taking it, comparing it to, a lot of times something that I've come across.
Man.
Let me see, reflecting on your achievements, like they would definitely,
I like that.
They'll let you know,
Yeah.
like, look, you didn't step your game up. Like, I'm proud of you. And I guess that's the encouragement more so that comes across almost like it's maternal. It's like they glad to see that you've made it, your progression. And again, most guys, I mean, yeah, you might get a raise,
right?
But yeah, hey,
we ain't about to keep, you know what I'm saying?
It's just like, give you a little, you won't even get a pat on the back. You might get a pop right.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly,
Hey man, you're supposed to be doing that.
Exactly.
But this is what you need to be doing right here. That's how it is.
Exactly. But sometimes with that, on a flip side of that, getting to that point with a male boss, sometimes it's like if you don't do something right or you didn't master something or you came on the job and they sometimes coming on to certain jobs, it's like it's a level of assumptions that's made. Like, okay, I hired a guy. So, point blank, this dude should know how to do this, that, or
Right,
whatever,
right.
whatever, I don't know what the instance may be, but it might be one of them situations where you never were taught certain things.
Yeah.
And then, so sometimes it's a level of, they look at you like you're incompetent. Or in so many ways, they'll say certain things that'll make an individual feel incompetent.
Men bosses, are you saying?
Yeah, men sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
They will. And it's just like, look, like,
yeah.
why, man? Like,
that's true, man.
Yeah,
that's so true, bro.
You like,
especially if it's a dude, man.
Yeah,
you looking at him like, come on, man, you a buster.
Mark.
Like,
but yeah,
funny, bro. That's real though.
Now on the flip to that, like I have come across this. So, the negatives, sometimes that you get from a lady boss is the fact, sometimes she'll press. She become like she's oppressor sometimes. What do I mean by that? It's like sometimes they're in that position and it's like now they going so hard. It's like overcompensating for the fact that really and truly they are a genuine giving type person or a caring person. And then like because of those qualities, they've been ran over before.
Right.
And so now they're coming across as extra tough.
Yeah.
And then it's like to the point to where like now it low key, it feels hostile.
Yeah.
And you like, then it's like all of a sudden like something go left and then like words exchange. And then all of a sudden is like, the emotion you get behind it. And then, I've seen this stuff with my own two eyes. And then it's like, you go back and like something, again, something went left and you see the individual, you're like, yo, what's going on with you? What's wrong? No, I'll be fine. But you can tell like a little, eyes watering and stuff like that. And then the other, you never need to ask questions and you just pay attention. Then the other individual, I don't know who she thinks she is. You know what I'm saying? I bet you I told her though. You like, bro, like what, nah, man, she keep, I told you, bro, she keep running off, running up on me all kind of ways. Man, there's going to have to be some addressing, and you like, bro, like, nah, bro, you don't get it though. You don't get it. She don't talk to you like that. And again, a lot of that stuff comes from, it's about, like what, a lot of people talk about energy, man. The energy you give sometimes is the energy you receive,
100%, bro.
And a lot of times, again, a lot of guys really legit have problems being told to do anything, period. Let alone, period.
Oh, yeah.
Let alone bow.
That just
that
adds
part, right?
on
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
After that, that's it.
Yeah.
But then it's like in our mind, we have this system of believing that, okay, although I don't want to be told anything by anybody, it's only right that a man tell me though.
Yeah, I could take I feel you on that because it's like I could receive it better from a man than a woman.
But really and truly,
it's
ain't
the
even
same.
Yeah,
the words don't change.
Yeah, they don't because it's like if orders given to the boss to be relayed to the staff or whatever. I mean, it still has to be addressed.
So yeah, man, I forgot what we was talking about.
So we was kind of just having a conversation about like the differences in bosses, man. Like a lot of people now.
Hold on, let me introduce Perry. Yo, man, we got a guest on, man. This is my friend Perry, man. He came in to come on a podcast. Perry, if you want to introduce yourself, man.
What's going on? I'm Perry. I work with Royal.
That's it, man.
You got a lot of guys that they prefer not to work for a woman boss because of whatever reasons. So have you ever had the honor or the privilege to work for a woman boss before?
I have.
Good. This is going to be good.
During my work experience, especially before I worked at the Chatham County, I worked at the Wawa Store down in Florida, the gas station.
Okay.
I had a general manager, and she had a lot of favoritism for certain people, especially when it came to the females about not working at certain times or coming in late, whatever. And then she would just chew us out, like the male workers. Like she would literally come at us hard when we don't do the things we need to do. But when the females don't do it, it's a scratch on the back. And it's just like, why? Why do they get to do that? And then with scheduling, especially when you request, oh, I can see what I can do for you. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, let hit me back. Let me know. And then when females like, I gotta do this. I gotta do it for my kid, or I gotta do this for my baby. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll make sure you get it off. I'll call somebody in. What? There's favoritism between men and women. Very, very. Still happens, especially with especially with men. They play favorites with women, and it's like, why? Like, if they want to be equal, they want to work like males, they want to get paid like males, then they gotta do the same kind of money and the same kind of work. So why do they need to be special treatment? No, absolutely not. You signed up for the job, you're gonna do the same job you're doing, supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it comes with it. Yeah, that's what it entails. Yeah, I definitely, I get where you're coming from, man. I definitely, because like I was saying, the interesting thing about like my workplace experiences, with certain women versus other women, women bosses, is that one I remember that as well. But, like the two latter experiences for me, like they've been the difference in which they used to intimidate a lot of guys, because a lot of guys look at, for a woman to be in a position of power anyway, especially like a so-called black woman being in a position of power, and if she's intellectual, she can speak her mind. If she knows how to get her point across without saying one cuss word, but still being firm and standing on business on what it is she believes and how she expects things to be, people typically, they look at her like she's a problem now. Like, man, look here, man, I ain't got time for this today. Immediately you're looking at, you people forming their minds, many issues already with this person. But how I typically operate is, okay, man or woman, if I don't like nobody saying nothing to me anyways, okay, all it takes is for me to learn the personality, learn what they expect. When I learn the personality and I learn what they expect, then okay, now it's on me to get it done. If I get it done, you can't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
So that's my point. My issue then becomes, if you're saying something to me after the fact, then this is exactly how you explained to me it needed to be done in the first place. Now, after that, that's something totally different. But if I do the job that you asked me to do, then we shouldn't have no problems.
Exactly.
Right. So that's my biggest thing. But it's interesting, like and that brings me to another, a talking point. Do you think it's a difference between having a female, a Caucasian boss, or a female, a so-called black boss?
Yeah, I think it depends on. I think that's cool. It depends on who you're working with. Like, what's the staff? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, well, honestly, I say it like this. I don't think it's no different, right? It's no different at all. I think sometimes though it could be easy to talk to. Like, if I'm black, it's easy to talk to maybe a black boss about a certain issue, or same vice versa with maybe a white boss. For me personally. So it just depends on like maybe certain relatable issues we can relate on a different level than I may not can for a white boss. You know what I mean?
And what you think, man?
I think it's people who can be understanding about certain situations, because everybody goes through things. It's, it can be hard, it can be easy, or it's just something that just happened traumatic. If you're willing to open to that person, then yeah, go for it. But if you know that person doesn't care, he just wants you to come in and come to work, don't even say nothing.
So with that being said, so
no, there shouldn't be a different. No, there shouldn't be.
Okay, it shouldn't be. But like, typically, what do you think though? Do you like out of the two?
Out of the two,
who do you think would be most? If you had to pick between the two, who do you think like the masses would pick if they had to pick out of the two?
If it was a female, I say a white boss.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. It's because. Not getting into stereotypical or anything, and I hope I don't.
No. It's we just talking, man. We just talking.
Because from different. If you look at the people who have been raised right, who've been raised. I mean, everybody has their issues when they're raised, but when people are like, from my experience, my boss was white, so she always been, hey, if you have any concern, talk to me. talk to me. There's nothing wrong with talking. But, with my experience as well with black, bosses as well, I've had my issues where I'm like, hey, I got to bring this up to you. But it's like, oh yeah, we'll listen, but, we got to work around it, but we can't take care of it. And I'm like, But when I opened up to my white boss, she listens and she talks and, she's like, hey, we'll figure something out for you. We'll see what we can do. All right. We'll walk you through this. We can do it together. And that way there wouldn't be any issues further on. Because there were problems where I had disputes with other workers that I used to work with. And, it was just beef left to right. And I just couldn't work on that specific shift. But she needed me for that shift because I was the only one who could do it. So, when I opened her and I told her my problems and I told her every time I do something, they don't want to do it. Or when they do something, they want to throw me under the bus. It's like, oh, everything's my fault. So that's why she switched shifts and stuff like that so that way it can work for everyone. But when I delay my issues to someone who's a black boss, oh yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'll see what we can. But then I'm still on the same shift. It's like, why?
Gotcha. Now, from my experience, on my first job, I had a Caucasian supervisor, and with her, I noticed she was the exact opposite of what you saying. Like she could care less, really and truly. But really and truly, it was more so like she just, to me, she was lacking in. It's funny how we get in these positions and you look at certain positions, you're like, how did you even land there? Like, you're not a people's person at all.
Or a leader.
Let alone, you're like, at the end of the day, you got human resources, but first, human relations. Like, you don't even exhibit those qualities. So how in the world did you even land here? And so with her, after a while, it's just like, wouldn't bypass her. I wouldn't even talk to her. Why waste my voice? Like, at a young age, I'm already thinking I could always discern if somebody, really was, when I say for you, I mean like for your best interest or not, if they could care less. And it's like, it wasn't just me. It was just pretty much everybody. So it's like, I hate to put it this way. I was like, she's just a waste of space, but she going to show up for a paycheck. Yeah. And it's like the moment she left, things got so much better, But, on the flip, it's just, I don't know, it's almost like a stigma at times with, so-called black women in power. Because it's like, again, it's like, and I get it. It's because a lot of times, people are ready to look at, when you're looking at a canvas and the canvas is completely, if it comes like a clean slate, then you're free to draw your own picture, But then when you look at a canvas that's already been, it's not white, it has marks already on it, people look at that differently. So it's like, now if that canvas could speak versus the, this plain white canvas, the canvas that's already, that appears to be tarnished, the canvas is just asking for an opportunity, asking for a chance. Can I even just be seen as a person, or can I be seen as a canvas, so to speak? The other canvas doesn't have to ask to be seen like a canvas because people looking at it, it's a canvas.
Right.
I'm free to draw my own, But it's like, what I'm saying is, in a leadership role, a lot of times, and we kind of like touch bases on this a little bit last time we spoke, but it's like, what I've noticed between these two particular parties, and the same could be said about so-called black boss versus a so-called white boss. One, like, it's, and I hate to say it, but it's like, one is also searching for validation. Like, okay, I made it to this point. Like, look, I worked hard for this. So now, just to be taken seriously, either I got to do this times 10, or, I can't really come in here and be myself, which being myself is, I'm typically laid back, I like to joke. I like to have a good time every now and then, but I would not be taken serious. So it's like they have to amplify, they their sound. They have to amplify their appearance. You know, it's always like, and it's been like that in I guess it's been like that in the U.S., man, for a long time now. It's like in order to fit in, a lot of times you got to over exaggerate sometimes just to be taken seriously sometimes. And the thing about, you know, the so-called, you know, black woman bosses, you know, a lot of time what happens with them is like the way that some of them go about doing things is like, okay, I got to be dominant. I don't have bass in my voice. So now, you know, and it's crazy because even in a household with, you know, a lot of women that single women that have, you know, they've been burdened with this responsibility of, you know, they have to play both ways. They have to play daddy and mama. And for them, they already, you know, a lot of people, it's nothing crazy than to go to a store or to go to a park or wherever. And it just happened to be a man around. And this woman, she said, look, I need you to behave. Please behave. Stop. Please. I'm getting tired of talking to you. Then the man come around. Hey, listen to your mama. And then he, you know, but imagine how she feels. Imagine how she feels though. So what a lot of them do, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna play the role. So a lot of them, they trying to talk, you know, trying to talk with bass. They trying to, you know, I'm telling you, man, like it's I've seen it, man. So a lot of times in, you know, the workplace, man, you get a lot of the appearance of like dominant sisters out there, you know, trying to, you know, play dominant, man, because they don't want to be ran over. And they, you know, look, this is what comes with this job. And no, I cannot be the good guy. So I'm going to have to play the bad guy. So immediately they already have in their mind. Because if I come out there and show who I truly am, I'm going to get ran over. You know, they're going to take me as a joke. So a lot of times that's what they exhibit, this personality of a dominant, you know, alpha force, you know, presence that, no, I'm not to be, you know, taken as a joke. And this is how it's going to be. If you can't get with it, the door is right there, you know, all that. And you like,
you're giving me some flashbacks right now. 'Cause I'm thinking, I had a teacher, Miss Queen. Oh man,
what her name was?
Miss Queen.
There you go.
Ooh,
it's in the name, Miss Queen.
I'll never forget her, man. She came in the room. She said, "All right, be quiet. Listen to me. We are not gonna be loud up in here. Y'all lost your minds. I don't know who class you think this is, but I ain't the one." And she was direct. She was scary, man.
So let me ask you this here now. So looking back on that though, Miss Queen, obviously you remember her name.
Oh yeah,
out of all your teachers.
Man.
She made an impact. So let me ask you this here. All right, that was Miss Queen, your first time meeting her, pretty much, right? Give me your last impression of Miss Queen, the last day of school. Your last interaction with Miss Queen. Tell me how that looked.
Man, she was when we went to the next grade. You know, she made a speech because we had like a little ceremony. It was just for something for kids and stuff. And she would like award us and saying that how outstanding we were and how proud that we were doing in her class, always on top of everything, because she was on us like this.
That's
like, no matter what it was, whether it was subjects we couldn't work on, she would help you get through it. But you were not supposed to be joking around with her like at all. Like, do your job. As she's trying to do her job, you do what you need to do.
Right.
And you know, during that ceremony, she named every kid that was in her class, and she would talk about them, every specific detail.
That's crazy.
And then, like, you know, to us as kids, we're just like, wow, I didn't think she thought about something like that, because we just thought she was just this mean teacher. Like, you know, like she was our mom, and then she was going to hit us if we didn't listen. So, you know, I felt it when we went to the next grade. We didn't get to see her because, you know, she just stuck there at second grade. That's where she wanted to be, because she wants to get the kids in the right head. And I didn't understand that till like later on, but that right there, that she taught me, like, hey, don't act like a fool, because that ain't gonna get you nowhere.
So that's what you needed.
Exactly.
That's real.
What we were talking about. So I'm gonna introduce you to something and see how this goes full circle. What I was telling you about. I told you he said it.
Yeah.
He said it. I told you they don't mind when you've exhibited, you know, evolution, so to speak, or you've exhibited that you've shown growth. They're gonna go out their way to appreciate you.
Yeah,
I told you that.
You did.
I told you that. So it says it's called 333. So 333. So it's the 333 method, right? So spend 3 minutes planning your task. So it comes back and it says reviewing your progress, right? And then the third point is 3 minutes reflecting on your achievements. So now, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so 3 minutes planning, 3 minutes reviewing, and then 3 minutes reflecting.
So now think about Miss Queen. Think about how she implemented her assignment with y'all, to it concluding with reflecting on your achievements. Think about it. So initially, from day one, she already establishing something. She already coming into class and she has a plan.
Right.
She has a plan for how all this is going to
Her
run.
introduction.
Exactly. And immediately she got to be what? She got to be tough. She got to set the tone.
Yeah.
So immediately she thinking, if I'm gonna do this, I can't go out there half stepping. So immediately she has this plan, right? She exhibits this plan. She goes out there and she, she kills it. Obviously.
Yeah, first impressions are important.
Yeah, exactly. Then from that, she could never complete 3 without doing 2. 2 is just here, reviewing your progress. She's taking note now. She already know who.
Yeah.
I don't want to say troublemakers, but they often say that in the classroom.
Challenge.
She knows who the challenges are in the class. She knows who. Okay, I'm gonna have to get them a little more get right sauce. She know who she gonna have to focus on. But again, the whole time she's documenting mentally. By the end of the school year, how in the world can you ever say something about every single child if you're not sitting there?
That's very rare.
You see what I'm saying?
That's real.
And so oftentimes I say all of that to say this here, man. A lot of times we wear that picture, man. We wear that picture of a villain a lot of times. Oftentimes it's crazy, man, because your silhouette, right? If you look at your silhouette a lot of times, the picture, the color of the silhouette a lot of times that you see is black. That's no different than your shadow, And the thing about it is like somebody always has to be the image of something, the face of something, right? And this brother came and he stated that Miss Queen, boy, that reminds me of her, right?
Yeah.
But what we can't afford to ever do is make the mistake of highlighting, in the sense, if you didn't know no better when he first spoke, it sounded like he was traumatized. But then that's why I wanted him to say from the first point to the last point, what was the last point? Now, if he would have never said anything about the last point, we would have thought Miss Queen was the devil.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's a menace.
Exactly. But it's like, now you take Miss Queen right here, right? So you take Miss Queen, Exhibit A, and then if you were to go over here to Exhibit B, and let's just say, we'll call her Miss Vanessa. Miss Vanessa is Caucasian. She come in day one, and she's sweet as pie. In my case, growing up, Miss Vanessa would have been Miss Simbita. That was the teacher that I had. Miss Simbita used to get ran out the class on occasions crying because she wasn't tough enough. A sister had to come over to her class to get charge of her class.
That's crazy.
Think about that. Think about it.
Yeah.
So again, the face that we're forced to wear sometimes, it's not because we want to wear that face, but we understand this is also a part of, the dress attire. Just like certain jobs come with a uniform or you got to wear a badge. Sometimes your badge is, okay, I can't smile. Can't smile a day.
Yeah.
I got to make sure my voice on point. You know what I'm saying? That's the inflection point. I got to make sure all that's together. Because if these kids sense any weakness or any softness,
it's a wrap.
They coming for it.
Extortion.
Matter of fact,
extort you, man.
Y'all seen the Proud Family before? Y'all ever seen the Proud Family?
Yeah.
Hey, come into class and they. So the gross. I'm done, man. I'm done, man.
That was a good reference.
That is, though.
That's it, man.
Really be like that, man. That's so funny, though, bro, because it is true, though. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's crazy, bro. And then it's kind of like crazy because it's like,
it still happens.
I lost track of time.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now y'all brothers can finish up, man. Hey, it's been a privilege and an honor, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
been nice meeting you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
talk.
we definitely gotta do something, man.
Oh yeah,
Do this
definitely.
again. But yeah, man, I'm glad I have you on the podcast, dog. I'm glad you came through.
I'm glad
man.
you invited me, bro.
I had wrote down your number like months ago.
Yeah, I'm like, Roy, you texted me?
I'll be waiting, man. I don't know why. It's just like, man, it be busy, or like, man, I set it up this. It's got to be the perfect timing. But sometimes you just got to like shoot out a text or call the person and be like, yo, let's just make it happen.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
man.
we go from
Let
there.
it happen, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's how I am, man. How it feel, man? Have you ever been on one of these sets
No,
before?
I
No
always
podcast
watched
or
them on
nothing?
like freaking YouTube, and
Yeah,
I
man.
love what they're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
especially certain things like that's going around the world or social media. Like, I think it's cool.
It is, man.
Like, just sitting and talking, like, because honestly, it's not that bad either because we have people listening. And then
That's true.
that like, and people who just want to listen and just watch, that's freaking cool.
Yeah, man.
Some people get paid for it. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, why did I think of that?
That should be something I should have thought of, man.
No, I
and it's
mean,
relatable.
you have a setup, man. This is awesome.
I appreciate it,
Like,
man.
this
Yeah,
is
man.
pretty cool. I mean,
I
I'm
give you a
glad to be part of
backstory,
it.
man. I give you a backstory.
Give me a whole backstory. I like it.
So I got out of the military, man, and me and Irv, we used to work together. We used to do this little warehouse job, stacking boxes and stuff. I think he was like the safety manager.
Right.
So like, long story short, he write books. Like he's a writer, poet, all this stuff, man. He writes scripts, and he showed me one of the books he produced, and it was legit. Like, you know, some people be like, yo, man, I write a book, so I got this product, and then you see the product, and it's like, but his was legit, barcode, IBN number, everything, like legitimized. I was like, whoa, he's the first person I actually met that like wrote a book, produced a book. So I'm like, man. So we started talking. Long story short, we used to go to the gym together, and then as in the mornings when we talk, man, I'm like, bro, we should have recorded this conversation. And like I kept saying, and I always wanted to do a podcast. I listened to him, like you said, I enjoy listening to him.
Really.
So I was like, all right, cool. Procrastinated months. So then one day I was just like, yo, I'm just gonna order equipment. Order the equipment. I'm like, yeah, I got it. Months. It just sit on the floor.
Just sitting on it. Like,
yeah.
there you are.
Like,
look at my beauty.
Right. So I was like, all right, let me just set it up, man. Set it up, see where it go. And then I set it up, and I was doing it. I did a few episodes with a couple of my buddies from the military. I had one of my best friends. He live in Florida, man. And me and him did a couple of episodes. Got some guys on that I knew. And then E was like, yo, man, like, I come through. And then when he came through, man, he was consistent, bro. Like, he came through, he would hit me up about it, we would talk about it, and it was like he was super engaged with it. So I was like, man, cool. And our chemistry was cool.
Yeah,
So I was like, yo, and then here we are now, man.
No, that's
90 episodes
perfect.
later, bro.
That's a good origin story.
Yeah,
right
man.
there.
Yeah, bro. So that's dope, bro. That's dope. I appreciate you coming through, too.
No,
man.
I said
You know
I
what
would
I'm
do
saying?
it, even if it's a one-time thing.
Yeah, man, I appreciate
I'm
that,
down.
dog.
Like, I'll come more often. I should.
I'll be honest, man. Like, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, bro. Like, I don't really have set topic or anything like that. I was just gonna let the conversation flow and see where we go, man. I know a couple of things we was talking about at work, that we could bring up and stuff like that. But yeah, man, what's on your mind? Let me ask you that. What's on your mind, bro?
A lot of things, a lot of problems, man. It's so complicated. No, man.
Let me ask you this. This is a question, man. So like we both work jobs, man, long hours, stressful job at times, man. What's your decompress? Like, what do you do to decompress, man? You have a video game, you a gamer, you play cards.
Man, I play games. I like whether it's fantasy, RPG, Call of Duty, all that stuff. But then, you have to chill out too, because
Right.
I can't be on the screen all day. So I go out, I have fun. I go to parks, coffee, or
I love
anything.
parks, man.
Dude, the parks down here.
Yeah, super nice. You been to Forsyth?
Yeah, man.
Forsyth is amazing to me, man.
Dude,
It's like,
I
dang.
love going there.
Yeah.
And you walk around and
It's so nice, man. Especially the scenery around it. That's what builds it for me. Like, I'm a nature person, so it's like that's cool and stuff like that. But then it's like just the scenery around it just feels so like it's a vibe.
Speaking of parks, that one in downtown, what's the name of it? It's
Is
like a
one
big
downtown?
park. Yeah, the one in
With the
Savannah.
fountain?
Yeah, with the fountain.
That's
and stuff.
Forsyth.
Dude. I don't know how people be having weddings over there, bro.
Yeah. What, you talking about homeless?
Bro, it's just like you just see all the dirt and the trash
man.
all on the floor, and then you just see the groom and the bride like getting married, and then you see people like holding onto her dress. Like, why would you want to get married inside?
Oh yeah, I never understood that, man.
I never understood that.
Like, why would you get a flowy dress?
Why would you get a flowy dress when there's garbage all over?
Yeah. I don't understand that.
And then you have homeless people just watching, just sitting there, just like
a part of the attendees. Yeah, right. Let me just be a part of it, man.
Just be a part of it. That's Are you funny. Part of the groom or the bride? No.
That's crazy. But you know what? I have seen people do weddings down there. Like they have like little blockades and stuff.
Legit weddings. Yeah,
it's nothing like super formal where they have like gates. It's just like a little...
Dude, it's just wide open. Like anybody can just walk by and be like, oops, I guess I'm part of this now.
As they kiss and walk through the picture. That's crazy. That is true though. They have events there. They also have meetups. A lot of meetups there, man. Like I had a dog meetup there. They do a lot of soccer games over there.
They do a lot of things. They do a lot of things. They do volleyball. They do football. They do soccer. It's just kind of weird. I don't know.
Are you familiar with downtown? You know SCAD?
I'm familiar with it, but not all over.
Right.
I you know how I am. I go to work.
Same.
No, but this one actually was new to me, and I thought you only see this on like YouTube or something. But people were like dressed up as like furries, like those furry animals. Have you seen that?
They had a meeting.
Yeah, bro, what? I could not believe it. But they were just running around and they were like all grouped up and stuff. Like I thought there was something going on, but now they just dress up as like furry animals, and then the little kids are like, "Oh my god, look at that! Wow!" You know, like I guess. I mean, I'll tell you what, it was hot though. It was really crazy. I don't know how they even breathed in that thing.
Yeah, man. You know? Is it like a full suit?
It's a full suit. So they have like, for example, somebody dressed up as like a fox, right? So this is a little cartoon character, and it's like the fox head, the body, like they have like a little shirt.
A mascot.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, yo, it's hot as hell. Like, why are you in that, bro? Can you breathe? I can't imagine you just walk by and somebody said,
were they acting like foxes, or they were just playing around?
No, they were just that was the scary. Like that was the scary part. They were like this, bro. I took a picture of it.
That's funny.
But it was so funny.
All right, so cool, man. That you do that. What kind of games are you into? Like, what type of gaming systems? PS, Xbox.
I'm always been PlayStation. Everybody calls me a menace when they have an Xbox.
Yeah, man. Like, I love PlayStation, man. I love PlayStation, dog. I got a couple of them over there. Remember I was telling you that?
Oh yeah.
I got the setups and stuff like that. But what kind of games? Are you more into like first-person shooter, action games?
I'm more into a little bit of both with action and then the first-person shooters,
like the Call of Duty type?
Yeah. Especially like Battlefield and stuff. I don't know if you ever got into it.
Mm-hmm. I played it a couple times. I died every time. Terrible.
And then I play Rainbow Six Siege.
I heard about that, man.
Dude, that one was pretty
cool. I had it on PSP.
Yeah, no, that is like
that one is nice.
Because thing is, it's not like Call of Duty at all. Because when you play, it's very different. You have to strategize before you attack.
Yeah.
Because you can't just rush in. And go, you can't do that.
Complex.
No, it's very, very not complex. So.
Yeah, man. Rainbow Six, that's a classic, bro.
Very, very good game. I like games like that. No.
You mentioned something else. Final Destiny, was that what you said?
No, Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Yeah. That one you explained to me. It was like with the different characters from like.
So it's like an anthology type series. And I didn't get into it like that when I was younger because I thought it was just straight garbage.
That's what I thought.
Like, it was straight garbage. But when I played the Final Fantasy VII, I never regretted it because it was like, this man is the man. Like, you know how some like characters in the shows and the movies, like, man, that's him. Right. That's him, bro. That was him, bro. Like, I don't know if you know characters like that, but there's this character, Cloud. He's like a soldier or whatever. And during the whole game, he's a whole boss, man. He's OG. But then, he loses people that are close to him and around him. And he has a crazy arc coming up.
Did you finish the game?
I finished the original game. I did play the remakes. The remakes were great. I'm not going to lie. But you can't beat the originals.
Right.
Everybody's saying, oh my God, the remakes are so much better. No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, it's the OGs. They just...
You got to go back to the
You got to go to OGs. See, that's what I don't like. When people say, oh, I like the remakes. They're better. I was like,
that don't make sense.
That don't make sense. It's like, you don't understand. That you need to play the original before you say, oh, the remakes are better. But no, and then I started getting into the whole. I didn't like this one game. It was the Final Fantasy 15.
How many they got? They got like 20 something.
They got 16 now.
16. Gotcha.
But plus, if you count the spinoffs and stuff, I think they got 21 in total.
Crazy.
But I never got like deep into it because it's like I like anthologies. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But when you're like hooked on that one person, you're just like, man, keep going.
Right.
Keep telling more stories.
I feel you on that.
But yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Do you have any? I lost it, man. You was talking about games, and then I was gonna segue into something else. Collections. Do you collect anything?
Yes.
What do you collect?
I have collected all of the what used to be my favorite game as a kid was the Sly. You ever heard of Sly? The raccoon?
Yeah, man.
Raccoon
yeah.
or Jackson Daxter and stuff.
Yeah, Jackson Daxter, yeah.
Bro, those were my collectibles.
That's pretty cool, man.
I'm surprised they never made a Sly 5, man.
They should.
They should,
man.
And I heard you heard about that movie, right? That they were gonna do.
Yeah.
They never did it.
Yeah.
Why?
They never came
what?
I think they put out a trailer or something too, like that.
How you gonna put out a trailer?
Yeah. They put out.
I didn't tell you it's coming to theaters soon.
Yeah, it looked legit too,
bro. It looked legit.
Yeah,
bro. I was so hyped for it. I was like, yes,
yes. Some of these video games, though, I do feel like they could turn into movies.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Or a TV series if they tried. That'll be dope. But then you have some that are like game adaptations.
What's that?
So you ever heard of a movie called Max Payne? Or
Max Payne, yeah.
The game series you heard, right? But then they made a movie.
He was like a detective or something.
Yeah. They made a movie out of it.
Mm-hmm. Terrible. It was terrible. I remember Ludacris.
Bro, why? Why was that dude there, bro?
Right,
bro. Like I'm sorry, Ludacris. He's cool.
Yeah. But in that scene,
they didn't do
what
justice. The hell,
they didn't
bro?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Or the Resident Evil series.
Resident Evil.
Have you seen the movies?
I seen the first one.
Bro, they're all garbage.
Yeah, man. They are.
They're
not. Yeah.
Man,
the Resident Evil started out as a video game first?
Yeah, it started out as a video game.
I thought it was a movie that turned into a video game.
It started out as a video game first.
Let me ask you this. What about Grand Theft Auto? You think that could be a movie?
It could. But they really got to plan that out. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it'd be better as a TV show.
Like you ever seen the show Power?
Power. I never got into it. Never got into it.
That has crime, drama, and has gangsters, and it has them this guy named Ghost. He builds an empire. He runs a club, and he washes his money by using the club money, so that way he can get more money and stuff. But during that, he sells drugs, he kills people, and all that stuff.
It's basically like Grand Theft Auto.
So it's basically like that Grand Theft. I'm just saying, like I said, if Grand Theft Auto actually became a TV series, I think they would do absolutely well. Now a movie, like I said, they gotta plan that out.
Yeah. Make it right. Yeah. It's like the Dragon Ball Z movies that they try to make. Man,
that was they did that, bro. Man, dirty.
I seen the Piccolo dude. I was like, "This is gonna be terrible, man. It's gonna be terrible."
It was bad, man. No, I was actually. Some movies that that think that they're gonna be great because they also made a Assassin's Creed movie. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I haven't seen that one.
I was hyped for that one.
Assassin's Creed pretty cool. I played it a couple times.
The games, but I don't know. I think I stopped around 4 Black Flag because
that's the one I played. I didn't play anything previous to that.
No, previously were good. Like 3 was probably their best one. Like the one everybody says the Ezio. 3. My favorite is 3. But everybody's saying the Ezio trilogy is good. I'm not saying it was bad, but I just liked Connor because. As an assassin, because it was more heartbreaking for me. And then when they killed off the main character, it was just like, bruh, damn.
Did him dirty?
Yeah, man. Because it's so funny because the voice actor Nolan North, he revealed the Assassin's Creed plans, and bro, apparently it goes into this whole so he was supposed to learn all the skills from his ancestors. Like the main character was supposed to learn all the skills from his ancestors and stuff.
I'm gonna ask a lot of questions.
No, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ask questions.
Let me ask you this, man. You grew up in Florida, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, how'd you enjoy that? What was that experience like?
No,
I heard you the stories you was telling me about growing up in Miami.
Yeah, Miami, man.
Dude, I was like, man, it's like a movie, man.
Not really.
The way you explained it, dang, I could picture it in my head, like, yo.
Well, the thing is, especially during my high school life, I told you I was a chill kid.
Right.
I got my stuff together. I was preparing for college, but it wasn't for me. And by the time I reached my senior year, I was the office guy. Like I was just sitting in the office.
So you had finished all your classes?
Yeah, I got all the GPA I needed.
Spot,
yeah,
man.
dude. Like the thing is, they say do hard work. You'll be chilling for the senior year. Because why would you want to go to your senior year and you still got
That's when you have to put in the work.
Yes.
You got to go extra hard your senior year. I'm supposed to be chilling, man.
Nah, man.
Get ready for prom. Get ready for all this
homecoming.
Homecoming. Yeah, man.
No, man. But like it's. I loved my senior year. I loved it. I wish I can go back.
That's dope, man.
I have no regrets from where I've gone, especially my relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's everything's like from freshman to senior. I'm glad I did what I needed to do. Because not a lot of people do that.
They don't, man.
They just don't.
You didn't drink, you didn't smoke,
I didn't
nothing.
No,
dude,
stuff.
That was fire, bro. That's crazy, man.
Now some people are like, oh, you lame.
Right.
You garbage, bro.
But nah, man, you handled your business, bro.
Nah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Now, what I would want to do if I could change it is remember what we talked about like with the one.
Yeah. Right,
man,
right.
If I could start over.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? We all have that person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa. You know what I mean? What is that?
No,
Erykah Badu got a song about that. I'll put the link in the description or something. But
I got you.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. So from that point, you know what I'm saying? Then what happened? Like I know you mentioned you had a job was the job you had in the working?
That was at the gas station.
That was during high school?
Yeah, that was during high school. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
man.
I worked. Well, that was during like around I was 16. Because, like I said, I was trying to help my mom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, because I don't live in a freaking mansion. I wish I did. I wish I did. That'd be beautiful. Can you imagine? Oh,
right. You're driving a Bugatti to school and stuff, man.
Man, I lived the life.
It reminds me of those.
But I don't know. I feel like my school was kind of ghetto because if I pulled up a Lamborghini, I would have been gone. I would have been gone, bro. They would have took it. They would never looked back. They would have been. Whoosh.
They would have been driving to school with it. Driving to school in your car.
That's my car, bro.
Nah, man, I think that's funny, man. For somebody that maybe is not familiar with Florida, bro, give like 3 pros, 3 cons, or something like that for living in Florida or Miami, I would say, because everybody hypes Miami up.
No, the pros are pretty good. They have good sites, they have good food. Beautiful women.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful, gorgeous women. That's
a staple.
You will see them around every corner.
And the beaches.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely. At the beaches. Oh my god, that's like a whole all you can eat right there. But the cons of it really is the traffic.
Traffic, yeah.
Oh my god, the moment it hits around 4 or 5, man, it takes. Sometimes it took me an hour or 2 to get back home.
And how far did you live? Like
so
an hour for what distance normally?
So where I worked at, it was by Homestead, where Wawa was at, and I lived out by Kendall. So usually it would take me about an hour just to get there. And what was so bad about it is because not only did I live in between the community, the areas, I also lived by the Dolphin Mall, and that's far, like compared to the other malls they got going on. So sometimes it takes me like an hour or 2 just to get. So sometimes I have to leave early, which I don't like.
Right.
But it's to beat the traffic.
Yeah, man.
Because whether you're working night shift, morning shift, or day shift, we had 3 rotations. It was a 24-hour type thing. Yeah, it was. Thank God I was still, a minor at the time. But man, when I hit 18. Night shift, let's go. It's like, man.
I can only imagine. Day shift probably was like,
yeah, day shift was, dude. Night shift was even worse.
Really?
Them gremlins, bruh. They are gremlins, bruh. They be coming back from the club like, yo, give me some of that gas there. You know, like what? Where did
I
you
can only
come
imagine.
from? Dude, they would come
bro, I
in
can
drunk. They
imagine.
would come in high as hell. And then, bro, I had
Have
this.
you ever had to call the cops?
Not necessarily because it didn't do anything wrong. Now, when there's like a problem or something, like, hey, you got my order wrong, or I didn't pay for this and all that stuff, then yeah, we get cops involved. But
Hold on. All right, I want to double back. What is a Wawa? Because I never heard
Wawa
of that.
is
In
like
Georgia, we don't have those. I don't think.
No, you guys don't.
Yeah.
That I was actually expecting y'all have one. They don't even have a Los Verdes.
What is that?
So that's like a Hispanic place, and they have like these quesadillas, and then they have like inside they have that chicken, steak, and beef. And then they have this like fat hot dog, and it has like little chips on them with mustard. Bro,
That sounds amazing.
it's like a sweet mustard. I don't know what kind of mustard was that, but it was sweet. And it was really good. I think they were like $10 or something.
It's a restaurant or is it like a storefront?
So I wouldn't say a restaurant, more like a storefront.
Yeah.
So you just order and you can eat here, or you can just take it to go, whatever.
And they have them connected to Wawa's, or that's a separate?
No, so that's a separate.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
Wawa is a gas station. It's like Parker's, where they cook in the back and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the difference between Parker's and Wawa is that it's 24 hours. So the food station's open 24 hours a day.
What?
Yeah, so they cook. Well, they don't really cook. They just throw the stuff in the little heating thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just because they're frozen. So they just throw it in there and then they cook it for about like every 20 minutes.
What type of foods they have?
So they had like sandwiches, they had pasta, they had like did I say sandwiches?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sandwiches,
they had quesadillas.
pizza.
They had pizza. I hated making pizza.
Why is that?
Man.
It's always gone.
No, the thing it wasn't that it was always gone. It was just so you know how at a pizza place they do with the dough?
Yeah.
The dough just came in as it was. Like the dough was already in circles.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'm like, that's that fake pizza.
Yeah,
Man, come on, bro. Get
You're
out of
right,
here. You
you're
gotta
right,
make it with love, man.
Got to, man.
Because I
Hand toss?
was ready to learn.
Yeah.
I was ready to learn. I was so excited when we had pizza. I was ready to learn. But it was when I found out we ain't doing the flipping or I was like, man, I don't want to do that shit.
This is the what do you call that, man? When they go mainstream, that's the mainstream pizza, man. It ain't like the handmade joints,
Bruh.
man.
They could have gone to like freaking what's that $5 pizza?
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. They
Yeah.
could have gone
Y'all
there.
got one of those down there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
We could
cool,
definitely
cool.
have Little Caesars, but like they could have gone down there instead of they had
Right.
to pay a $16 pizza. That's not even like the best of pizzas. I can see why it was $16. But yeah, and then we also had a drink station where they made coffee, smoothies. Those smoothies were good, and shakes and stuff. Oh man, like especially we went crazy on the holidays. We had a peppermint, strawberry, vanilla.
That sounds super
Dude,
good, man.
We went all out.
That's pretty
on
crazy.
on like holidays and stuff, especially during Thanksgiving. Because we had this apple cider that it had like
Apple cider is amazing.
apple
bro.
cider is amazing.
With the
man.
donuts.
Oh
Ah,
yeah.
dude. So is is Wawa's like Parker's? Like you don't see them everywhere, but you see them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's multiple locations.
Multiple
here,
locations
you know what I'm
down
saying?
in Florida. Yeah,
Gotcha.
probably the last one I went to was probably Jacksonville when I moved down here.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I heard they got one coming to Pooler. That's what
I heard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or
but
not.
recommended, my brother.
I gotta
recommended
try,
it,
man.
dude, man.
Wawa, that's dope.
Yeah, Wawa's dope.
So
And
you said the traffic is a con, and then
The
what
people
you
can be a
have-
con too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
As
dude,
far as what, like acting like super sedity or like acting
no,
like terrible?
like rage.
Oh,
Dude,
road rage.
Road rage, man. Dude, you may not even be
Tell
your fault.
Tell the story about the milkshake joint.
The milkshake.
When you said you was driving, it was like early in the morning, and somebody threw a McDonald's milkshake.
Oh no, that was that was McDonald's. That was my other job, the Pollo Tropical. The lemonade. That's what it was. It was the lemonade. Yeah. I was like, no. So this lady, she ordered the lemonade, and like a quarter chicken or something, and she goes, I don't like it. Okay, what do you want? And she goes, I want a fresh one. I was like, we just poured it right here. Okay, but dump that one. And literally, we would have labels on them.
Right.
But she was just doing it just to get an extra one. I've seen people do that. So, she's like, well, give me the strawberry. I was like, well, give me that cup. And she goes, no, just pour it for me. I said, oh, okay, fine. Shh. They gave her the cup. I'm being nice at this point. I didn't charge her for it. She drinks the strawberry lemonade. I don't like it.
No,
bruh.
Man.
She sets it down on the cupboard. And I'm like, ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. She goes, and then we had another flavor, which was, so we had the lemonade, strawberry lemonade, and the peach lemonade. She was trying to get all three, brother. She's like, give me another one. I said, ma'am, now I definitely have to charge you. She goes, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, well, I can't just give you another free lemonade. I just hooked you up with another one.
You already got
now
two.
I can definitely get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to treat them like they right.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that song. Customers are always they always want to fight, bro. Like, like get out of here. No, and so she's like, go get your manager. I'm like, I'm not getting the manager. The manager's gonna tell you the same thing.
Right.
Now, originally I'm supposed to get a manager, but I already know what the alternative is.
Yeah. You don't seen this before.
Like, come on, you're gonna get your money back. So let's
keep the lemonade.
Yeah, come on, bro, and keep the lemonade, bro. Like, come on.
Now I'm paying you.
What the fuck? No, and so she goes, let's just do this refund real quick, man. Come on. So we were short staffed, so the managers will give us the code, so we can do refunds. And now, as long as the money was right with the registers,
at the end of the night,
exactly. So she gives me it. I'm doing the refund. No, keep the money. I just want another lemonade. Man, I'm not giving you another lemonade. You either pay for it or you don't. What did you say? Are you talking to me like that? Bro, she threw it. And luckily I caught it because I knew what she was going to do.
That's crazy.
But I ducked as she threw it and I saw it fly over my head.
No.
And I go back up just like a little pink like, yo, are you finished?
Did you reload?
And then she reloaded.
She reloaded.
The second lemonade got all over me.
She hit you with it?
Yes. The second lemonade got, I was like, bruh, I don't get paid enough for this. Let me go to the bag. So my manager comes through. What's going on? I got lemonade thrown. I'm going to the bathroom real quick. And so, costs were involved. I did charge her for assault.
Dog. Did she get arrested?
Yeah.
Dude.
I wanted my one.
That escalated quick.
Very quickly because she wanted a peach lemonade. And she was telling those cops that I was calling her this and that.
That's right. What kind of person? Like, did she look in distress, like homeless or anything?
No.
Did she look like a regular person?
She, not getting hysterical, but like, bruh.
Yeah.
She was one of those.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but she was one of those, bruh.
Dang, man.
I hate folks like that, man.
I didn't even know that. You never told me that story, man. It was a story you told me. That was an amazing story. But you told me the one. It was like you was maybe going to work or something, and it was early in the morning, and somebody threw. All of a sudden, your windshield got like covered, and somebody threw a milkshake, a strawberry milkshake.
I don't remember that.
You had told me. Was it you? Maybe it was somebody else, man.
Strawberry milkshake, man. I have to recap on that one.
Don't worry about it. But that is crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That lemonade happened though. I remember that one.
You got the people. You got the traffic. Is there anything else that you think anybody visiting Florida should know before they get there that people don't talk about?
The females.
Females?
Yeah.
Just like be wary of that.
Be very, very.
In so a good dangerous. Way or bad way? You mean like they like saying like scamming wise, or you saying just like they just super beautiful type?
No. Mysterious type of way.
Okay.
You know how back in the day we had Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. Now we gotta wonder if she's a woman.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, no, man.
Technology is going crazy with that.
Very technology.
That's almost scary, bro.
Very. No, and the thing is, I'm not saying I got anything against them, but they got to be careful.
Yeah, man.
Some of these people, they get
hurt.
They
could get I was about to say they could get somebody in trouble.
They can get hurt or in trouble. And I'm like, I don't know, but like, yo,
Yeah.
Why are you so goddamn gorgeous, bro? Like,
Right.
what's wrong
Right.
with you? You're like, yo, like, you're like, damn, that girl's fun.
And then it's like,
And then they're like, what's up, bro?
I'm like, whoa. What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened right now?
No, like, when I was going through that on and off and stuff I told you about with my girl and stuff. So she, we broke up and then we got back together. But during the breakup times, my boy goes, "Hey man, let's go get some girls, man. Let's go get some girls. Let's wild out. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go full out.
Have a night on the town,
man." And you have the music going, you have the drinks up, you got females on one side, you got the male on the other side. You're like, we all gotta start pulling moves.
right?
We all gotta start doing our own
get
thing.
some numbers.
Yes. And my boy, I won't mention his name because
right. He anonymous. You know what I'm
he
saying?
anonymous. So he goes, "Bro, that shorty bad over there. I gotta get her number, bro." I was like, "You go for it, bro. You do your thing, man. You do your
You
thing."
hyping them up, patting them on the back, getting them hyped. Let's go.
So he's talking to her, and then me and him are like just mocking. Me and my other friend were just mocking him. We're like, "Hey, man, what do you think he's saying to her right now?"
I love doing that. I love
He
doing
goes-
that.
So my friend goes, "Oh, look at me. Hey, baby, what you doing around here? What are these parts?" And he goes, and I'm playing the female role. I go, "I don't know. What's up with your hairdo?" So we're just freaking mocking this shit.
The voiceover, classic,
Do the voiceover.
classic, man.
And he goes, "Well, I'm here with my boys tonight, but my friend's going, well, I'm here with my boys tonight, but we can keep talking all night and take it to the room real quick." And he goes, "Oh no, I couldn't because you smell like fuckboy." So as we were just watching this happen, he goes,
your buddy goes, the guy
the
that's talking to,
the guy's talking to the girl.
Yeah.
He goes like this, like his face just drops. And we're like looking at him because he's looking at us.
Right.
We're just like, what happened? So he slowly starts walking back to us. And he goes, "Dude, what happened, bro? You got your number?" Man,
It was a guy.
dude.
Dang, bro, that's crazy. Could y'all tell?
No, dude.
That's crazy.
Like we saw the side of her.
right.
She looked good.
Yeah. But it was a
And
hit.
the back, she looked good.
Right.
But it was a
That's
guy.
crazy, man.
It was a guy. It's hard to tell.
It's
Now,
like those cars. I'm a car dude, man. So it's like, some cars you could get chopped up and everything look legit, but the VIN number won't match. That's how it is. You won't know until you look at the VIN number.
usually the signs would be there, like the
Right.
shoulders, the facial. But let me tell you, from this side, she
Yeah,
looked
man.
good.
That's
But
insane.
At least she told the truth.
Right.
At least she
That's
told the
commendable.
truth.
That's commendable, man.
So, he's like, "We don't ever talk about this."
Right.
ever."
Never mention this ever again. This never happened. It's like one of those secret government missions. This never happened ever.
No, I couldn't imagine if she didn't tell him.
Right.
And he went into bed with her or something. And he's like, "Bro, I done effed up.
Dude, I can only imagine, bro. That's crazy.
No, it's very, there's a lot of them.
Let me ask you this, man. This is just popped in my head. $500,000 a dinner with Jay-Z.
$500,000.
I don't even know why that's a thing, man.
No, I don't even know why that is a
that's
thing.
I'm pretty sure Jay-Z, like, bro, like, what, like, why are you guys, you know what I'm saying? I just thought, I was like, bro, there's nothing he could tell me.
No, did you hear about what's going on with P. Diddy?
I did,
Bro,
man.
that
That's
was
kinda
crazy. Now everybody's making on freaking Instagram and TikTok saying, how about $5 million? And we're gonna be bad boys for life.
Hey, bro, that's funny. That's funny.
It's like, bro, I don't roll like that, bro. I roll, bro, $5 billion or bad boys.
That's funny.
Bro, and
That's
then he goes away into the off screen, and you just hear this like, in the background. Like, bro, you're too big, bro. Those TikToks, bro, are
that's
like out
classic,
of pocket.
bro. And you know what's
did
funny?
you actually hear the leaks? I don't know if that's true.
Nah. I
was
skimmed
with,
over I skim over the headlines, but I don't click on it because it's like, bro, I don't even want to.
See, I'm curious. I'm curious. I'll play Curious George all day because, like, when it said P. Diddy and Meek Mill leaked, I was like, "What is that?" And I clicked on the button, and it just sound. You don't see a video,
Right?
You just hear an audio, and I was like listening to it, and it was just I'm like, whoa.
Right. What did I just click on?
What did I just click on? Bro, everybody started, like, it gone viral. That video
crazy,
got
man.
viral. Like, everybody started reacting to that.
I can't wait to see the turnout of this, man. Like the end result.
Dude.
Because the like same thing with the Young Thug trial. Like that's still going on.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
still
I'm saying?
going on.
And that's like, man, dude. I'm glad that this stuff is going public though. Because a lot of kids, man, like that's influential.
Or what's that thing that's going on HBO? The
What's that?
Nickelodeon stuff.
What happened with Nickelodeon?
Dude, like, everybody's getting exposed.
What?
Like, well, you heard about Dan Schneider?
Who was that?
That's the guy who created Drake and Josh and iCarly and
I
stuff.
used to watch that.
Bro, everybody's exposing this man.
About what? Being
Being a child predator.
what?
I don't want to believe it, but there are, like, footages where he just acts weird around the cast. Where he, like, and he has, like, a feet fetish, man. Like, if you watch the stuff, like, this is on YouTube. You can see this. And I was pretty shocked. I didn't think about it back then, but as a kid, it was weird. But it's so funny, and I think that's one of the reasons why my mom didn't want me to go. I was like, I want to be on Nickelodeon, Mom. No.
Yeah, my mom was the same way. Cause she
No.
like, yo, it's too. But now that we had these conversations, I had these conversations with my mom, man. She's like, yo, a lot of things I look back on, it's like she was trying to protect me from a lot of
mothers
stuff,
should have that instinct, man. They're like, hey, there's something ain't right.
Yeah.
And as
Even
a dream,
sleepovers.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
She didn't let me have a
She
lot of
didn't let me
sleepovers.
go.
Yeah,
because
we could come over to the house. But
Yeah.
you're not going over there.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, man, that's so true.
No.
That's so true, bro.
Like, if she don't know that person
Yeah.
from a rabbit, ooh.
right. Because
Like,
people are creeps.
yeah.
We got to be honest about that, man. People are creepy, man.
Very
You know what I'm
creepy.
saying?
Like, dude, I didn't think what she was protecting me from, because I'm thinking, oh, it's my friend.
right.
Like, we see
Harmless.
each other. Yeah, harmless, right? But kids don't think like that. They
Yeah.
don't think the darker world until they get to a certain age that the world ain't what it seems.
Yeah, man. It's
that's
too
what's
late.
it's too. And then by the time they get there, it's too late.
Yeah, something
They
mess
get
with
they
their mind.
it messes them up mentally and physically, emotionally, and then sometimes they either become a victim or they become part of what they were
They
traumatized
completely
to.
unravel, man.
Yeah, and then it makes them, I don't know, like, whatever that person did to that to the kid,
it
it
recycles.
just recycles.
Yeah, bro.
And that's crazy.
It is crazy, man. It's just like, dude. I think it's good. I think it's good that it is getting exposed because I think
that's a good thing.
It's
It needs
bringing
to.
a light to a lot of stuff.
A light
man.
to a lot of things.
You know what I'm saying? Whether
because,
it's true or
like,
not,
it was
hopefully it's gonna come
hurtful
out.
for me when I
Yeah.
found out that Drake Bell actually texted the minor to do these things with him. That was a plot.
that's actually,
that was a real thing.
man. That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
he did. I don't know if he did jail time, but like, he got exposed for it.
Same thing with the Subway dude, Jared.
Yeah,
Jared's saying, I'm like, the Subway guy, the
Bruh.
sub guy.
and then Bill Cosby, bro.
Right.
Bro,
I'm
I was like, yo,
What is happening?
What
Next
is going on?
Next is gonna be Goku or something. Like,
Oh,
bro, what is going on right
bruh.
now? How are these things happening?
Nah,
But then, bro, I feel you, bro.
the celebrity world is a dark world, man.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Hey.
It's like, come up just a little bit for me. I wanted to say, oh yeah, like I think too, man. Like money corrupts, man. Like
money
if
very
you don't have the
corrupts.
right foundation and morals.
Money is power.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause think about it, bro. Think about if a fast car could kill somebody. Think about what money could do. Like think about it. Like when I get a fast car that's faster than all the cars. If I had a Dodge Charger at 18, I wouldn't be here. My mom knew that. That's why she didn't get me one.
Yeah, no.
But it's just like, things like when you think about it on a simplistic level like that, it's like, man, think about having, if kids die from just cars, fast cars, think about what a kid or a person
or
would
kill
do.
somebody.
Right, with 500 million.
No,
You know what I'm saying? 1 billion.
I
You feel me?
think some kid.
40 million. What
I
are
think
you gonna
some
do?
kid was speed racing and he hit over a woman and her baby.
Man.
And he thought he was gonna, because I'm a minor, right?
bro.
I'm a dodge and weave. Nah, fam, that dad was coming for him.
Yeah, man.
You took my wife
My
and kid.
family.
You
It's
finna.
consequences.
And
that
then
gotta
he
follow.
sat there in court like this. like what? I'm going to prison for most of my life? No.
Yo, that's another thing too. But I'm glad that some of these artists are getting their trials publicized because you know the music, man, is super influential, man, and it's like it's important to see what consequences follow. Like, yo,
but it messed me up when they play that I got murder on my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, man. In court.
Bro, in court.
They play that song in court.
I'm surprised they actually tried to use that. Like, it's like, bro, it's a song. like, can you imagine? You just made a song just right now. I went and just ran through. I shot all of them up. Like, what?
Dang, bro. I don't get it, man.
I don't, man. I never understood that. I'm like, bro, if it's a rap song, let him rap. Can't really. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of these people they put the things that they do in the rap song. Yeah.
Some of them are like,
can they be used as a confession? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know because it's just words. Question. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
That it's just words.
That's a very
can you really
question.
Prosecute somebody because they basically put all their crimes in a song?
Let me ask you this, man. All right, so we talked about upbringing, talked about hobbies, things like that. What else are you into, man? What else is something that the world doesn't know about Perry, man?
About me?
Yeah. What is something, you know what I'm saying? A talent. What is a talent you have?
Oh man, I don't have any talents.
Nothing. Piano, nothing.
I mean,
you can't make like a super like, I don't know.
No, man. Like
cooking. Nothing.
I can grill.
Okay,
I can grill.
Cool. I'm with it, man.
I had some grilling skills when I worked at Pollo. I didn't want to be grill man. I just wanted to be the prepper, just away from the customers.
Right.
But you know,
away from the customers.
Yeah, away, bro. Because dude, you're in the back.
You chilling.
Hey, you chilling. Put 2 earbuds on.
Yeah, you good. Let me ask you this: do you get free food when you work at restaurants, or it depends on the restaurant?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Now, when I worked at the gas station, not so much. There were certain items we could have for free,
right?
And then the others we just had to pay for it. I didn't like that. But my other job, my Pollo, man, go ahead and get yourself some chicken, rice, beans.
I think we got one of those here, don't we?
I don't know. Do we?
What's the name of it?
Pollo Tropical. I don't think so.
Oh no! I'm thinking about something else.
No. But yeah, man, they would even let you take a whole chicken home.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
A whole beast right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And we had like salads and stuff. We had quesadilla wraps, Caesar wraps.
That's pretty
man, they were good. And then the best part about it that I wish they never took off the menu was the churrasco. So the churrasco is like a steak. Man, if you know how to cook it right. See, there was one thing I did like about the appreciation. Because there were some people who would order the steak and then they would come back and like tell me that, hey man, you cooked this shit good. Yo, keep doing what you're doing, man. Or like when they like the dark meat and stuff. Cause man, I can make a beautiful dark meat.
Really?
Man, when I first started out as a grill man, when they started teaching me, cause I didn't want to learn. I wanted to just be in the back. Man, when they showed me how to do it, man, I made a good. It was nice color. It was cooked properly. No blood, no nothing.
Ah, that's perfect.
Man, I thought I was bad at it.
Do they have like a little slight char on it, everything like that, or like
yeah.
Oh man,
yeah, no,
that's perfect.
Yeah,
that's
no, it was
man.
Dude,
nice little char.
Yeah,
cooked all the way through.
It was like a big grill. It was like so that edge of the table right there.
Yeah,
all the way to that window right there. That's how big that grill was.
That's crazy.
Because we had 3 stations. We had 2 stations where we cook it, and then when they're like when they're about to be finished. You put them on the 3rd side of the grill, so that way they can finish cooking.
Gotcha.
So that way they're fully prepped. And then once you realize that they're good, you set them up on top, so that way they have the heater thing, so to keep them warm.
Right.
And then that's
so. Is that place like a buffet or like?
No. It's like a restaurant basically.
Gotcha.
Sort of like a restaurant. You can sit there or get a to-go box, whatever. It had its ups and downs, really.
Something you mentioned about that I was gonna talk about. Grilling, we was talking about chicken, the chilling compliments. It's gone, man. It's gone. My brain.
I hate when that, and then it just hits you later. It's right. Bro, I gotta tell you.
What happens to it? It just goes on vacation?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like rest mode. Save it for another day.
Corrupted file.
Corrupted file. This file cannot be accessible.
Oh, I know what it was, man. Look, there it goes.
There it goes.
Compared to Savannah, now that you live in Savannah, man, what is your thoughts on that? Do you want to go back to Florida? Do you enjoy Savannah? Like,
Well,
what's your thoughts on that?
here's the thing. I love Savannah.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. Small town. The downside to it is that everybody knows you.
Yeah.
I already encountered, I don't know if you have, but where we both work at,
Right.
so sometimes I'd be seeing the people that got arrested and then they'd be out and about.
Right.
And I would see them at certain areas, like the movies and stuff,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
sometimes downtown. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
I want
I
to
feel
see you.
Right, right.
I don't want you to see my girl. Like when we going out, I don't want you to see what I'm
You know
doing.
what I'm I feel you though.
So, you know,
I feel you.
And I told you about when I went to the gas station to put gas in my car. And
Nah.
did I ever tell you that?
Now you told me to watch the movie theater one when they went in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
That was crazy.
That one
that
was crazy.
man.
That one was crazy. That dude actually waited for
Yeah,
me
man.
to come out.
That was crazy, though. I was like, dang, bro.
I was like, get the fuck out of there. He's like, get the fuck out of my door. Because he was like, hey, do I know you? Yo, this place is occupied. Get the fuck out.
Right, man. Like, what are you doing?
Because I knew he saw me.
If you see the stall, it's like, I just go to the next one. My
Yeah.
bad. You know what I'm saying? But
no.
he was like,
He was looking
and he had
for
people
me.
with him.
Yeah, and he had people with
Yeah,
him.
man. I was
And
like,
the
wow.
thing is, I'm surprised I caught it because
Yeah.
I could have just kept walking to my car.
Right.
But who's to say he wouldn't follow me?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I gave. That's why. Yeah, and then and that's why I gave my girl the card. And I said, hey, go, go get the car. Meet me up front, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to the bathroom real quick, and
Right.
let me know when you're there. So I didn't have a gun on me.
Yeah, man. That's my thing, man. Sometimes I don't do that. And then
And some of these people are bold enough to
Right.
be strapped.
And I'm like you, man. Like whenever I go into a place, like I'm always security minded. Like I always like look for an exit, or like you, like hey, go take the car, and then I
And
can
honestly,
find a back way to go.
movie
out.
theaters have exits. I don't even know
Yeah.
why my first thought was in the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, I was already at the entrance, so
Right.
you can't
and
go
you
back.
probably had to go to the bathroom anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, yes, I could have been like, hey, I forgot something in the movie theater. I left my phone in it. You mind if I can go there? And then I would take the exit right there.
Right.
But I didn't do that. I went straight to the bathroom. I was in the front. So I was like, man, I don't think this guy's gonna let me back in.
Mhm.
Because sometimes they'll be like, hey, we'll check for you. Or
Yeah,
I
true.
ain't got time for that because
Yeah.
this man's about to come to me.
I need a plan B.
I need a plan B. So that's why I went to the bathroom, like, whoosh, you know,
Right.
the hoodie on and everything.
Yeah.
And this man's going door by door.
That was like some John Wick stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Gas station.
Dude, the gas station. So
What-
this
what's
time
that-
I was
what's that
strapped.
story?
So I was coming off night shift.
Mm-hmm.
I think you relieved me that day too. And this guy from Unit 4, because sometimes you know how we have to assist the other units and stuff and help them out with the officers.
Right.
Some guy got out, and that man was the type to fight. Like I had to suit up and fight him one time, and he taps my shoulder like this. Yo. And I look at him. And I said, what's up, bro? Like, I have the gun here. And he goes, whoa, chill, man. It's like, hey, man, you can't just tap me in the back like that.
Right.
And he's taller than me. He was about Johnson size.
Dang,
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
super tall. Basketball
yeah.
style.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, hey, you can't. So I take a step back.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, you can't be that close to me, man. Like, you I don't know you like that. It's like, don't you remember me? You fought me. And I was like, oh, man.
Where's this about to go?
Where is this about to go? And he goes, listen, I'm sorry for causing you trouble, man. And, I just want to say I'm sorry. But I'm doing good. I'm going to do better. I'm like, all right, man, you do your own thing. So he leaves, right?
Right.
And then he's by the pumps. And he sits in his car. Right?
Yeah.
So notice, I'm getting out of work.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait for this dude. I don't need to go back anywhere but go home. I don't need to go back to work or nothing.
Right.
Can you imagine? I have to go back to work
Right.
and he sees what I drive. So, I wait. I'm sitting there. I'm getting myself a sandwich. I'm getting something to drink.
You just loading up.
Just loading up,
You might not even
snack.
buy it. You just
And then
like
so the Parker's has a little the little table area.
Yeah.
So I sat there and I was just watching him, just chill. And he was just sitting there.
He wasn't on the phone or texting nothing.
No, I was. Why would I want to be unattended? You gotta watch who's in front of you because he was definitely.
No, I'm saying he was.
He was legit sitting there looking at me, bro. I was like,
like in the video games when you don't move, you just characters.
Choose your character.
It's like my man just waiting.
He was sitting there in his car like this, man, dang. And I'm trying to see maybe there's somebody in the car with him, or
maybe he waiting on somebody or something.
No, he was not. I was there for 20 minutes until he left.
That's crazy, man.
And then when he drove to Chatham Parkway, I went the other direction.
Right.
Because I don't want him. Yeah, I don't want him like pulling to you, and then he goes, "Oh, there we go."
Yeah, I know where you live and all that. Yeah, man. I don't blame you. That's crazy, man. The security mindset. I think is big, man. Especially like nowadays with phones and stuff. Cause that's what I worry about with my kids, man. It's like, okay, I remember when I was growing up and how my mom be like, "Yo, not be on the phone all the time.
Yeah,
like, put your phone down. Give me your phone." I understand why, because you got to be aware. Because I know there's people downtown, and I do it too. Yeah, I do it too. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, girl, what's up?
But it's very minimal, man. It's very minimal. But I just think it's just mindful, man. To like, especially at nights and stuff like that. Dang, security minded, man.
If you think downtown's bad, Miami does it all the time. No matter.
I can only imagine.
They do this. I'm like
locations on everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's scary as hell.
Locations on all that. Bro.
I saw an Instagram post where this girl posted no, it was a rapper that got shot. She posted her where he was at. You heard about that?
Rock.
Yeah.
That's jacked up, man.
Why would you do that?
That's
man?
messed up.
That's such a setup right there. Oh, let me just pull up my location.
Man, that was terrible, bro. But yeah, you got to be security minded, man. Locations, you got to know where you work at, who you work with, what type of environment. And now I think everybody should take a shooting class. Like
everybody should.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pro gun, man. I think you should have a gun.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Not to and when people hear. Let me put context behind that. When people say you should have a gun, it's just like telling somebody you should know how to fight, you should know how to cook, you should know how to wash your own clothes.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? It's just another statement to say, hey, this is gonna make you or protect you or keep you safer. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you're back against the wall and there's a gun right there,
right,
you know how to use it.
You got to know how to protect yourself.
You know how to use it.
You know what I mean? You never.
And if not, you use your hands.
Come on, man. So like, I am pro gun. I want people to know how to protect themselves and be safe, especially women and children. So it's like things like that. I think just to help you to be more mindful, man. Be more safe. But yeah, that's my dad's speech.
I mean, that's good advice.
You know what I'm saying? That's my dad's speech, man.
Nah, man.
So like fun, man. Like what is your ideal version of fun? Because nowadays everybody has different versions of fun. What is your ideal? Like, you had a day of like, hey, this would be a fun day for me. This would be a perfect vibe. What would it be?
Dude, I always try to like go somewhere where there's water. Like if it's a pool, a water park, I don't care what it is. Cause dude, when the sun's out and you have the water to refresh your whole body, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is, man.
Cause I went to this. You should go there. It's called the Venetian Pool.
Venetian Pool. I never heard of that.
Dude, that is awesome.
What is that like?
So I think it's like a type of resort, but people can actually go there. So especially at night, dude, like they have that little concerts and stuff.
Right.
Nothing famous, but like they have people, you know, singing and
like
doing
live music.
Like live music, basically. And it's beautiful at night, I tell you
crazy,
that.
Man.
So the pool, they'll make it like purple. Like they have lights inside the pool.
I love that.
So very recommended. And so they have like a little waterfall around the pool, and then you can just swim under it.
Oh man,
yeah,
cool,
it's really nice. I think it was like $25 just per person.
That's not bad at all.
And then the resort's just right there.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I definitely recommend. I like it going, like especially outdoors.
Right,
you go hiking.
Me too, man.
I think they had an under cave, like a pool center, where this was customized. This isn't an actual cave, but it was somewhere down in what's that place? I went there. It was cool. I gotta say, I'll hit you with the name later.
Yeah, definitely hit me up, man. I'll put it in the link.
Definitely a place to go. Miami had a lot of cool sites.
It did.
Which is one of the reasons why that's also a pros. They had a lot of stuff going on.
I can only imagine.
You could catch it whether it's on the weekends or the weekdays. Man, a lot of stuff was going on, and it was so beautiful.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I like to ask because it's like, you know, nowadays, man, people working, people doing things, and it's like, okay, cool. Maybe I could hear something that you do to relax that I may be able to implement in my day.
I still haven't found any cool spots around here.
Really? Mm-hmm. Man, I would give you something, man. Like I like to now that I live, because I grew up in the country. But
I mean, except for that fair that we had.
The fair was nice. Yeah. I like to go to like little small coffee shops and like just chill and just check out the ambience of that. What else is cool spot? Foresight, we already mentioned that.
Right.
You right though, man. Downtown is cool sometimes, but it gets old after a while. But I want to start traveling like the cities that's like maybe an hour out. Like you got Jacksonville, 2 hours out. You got
South Carolina, you got
Atlanta, things like that. Like maybe start traveling and branching out to see what other things. Right across the border, South Carolina and Hilton here, they got a downtown area that's pretty cool. I want to check out.
Definitely,
like stuff like
I
that.
heard some stuff. Sergeant Robinson talking.
Yeah. I think that's who mentioned it to me, man. So, but yeah, man. What we looking at on time, bro? I think we're gonna do another like 10-15 minutes.
All right, man.
And then we can wrap it up, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we want to take this at, man? You know what I'm saying? I wish I had some music where it's like dun dun dun.
Sound effects.
Like, yo, what we about to take this at, man? Let's see, man. What's your preference on music?
I'm not picky on music, actually.
Really?
No, I can listen to anything. As long as it has rhythm and beat and all that tempo and stuff, like I can feel it, you know? Like, I don't know. My stepdad thought I would go into like rap and stuff. But there's a song where he played like with rock and stuff, where it was like, I don't know if you ever heard this song. It's like, this fire is out of control. No.
You gotta put me on, man. I got playlists on my phone. You got playlists?
I got a playlist on my phone. Absolutely. No, actually.
I got different ones. I got rock one, running one for workouts, and one for this.
Oh yeah, you know I do that too. Yeah, yo, my dad thought it was crazy because when he because I told him to help me get fit during my when I was 17.
Yeah,
and I said, what kind of music do you listen to? And he goes, I don't listen to that stuff. And I said,
just work out without music.
Yeah, he works out without music.
He hardcore.
So you know, I was like, hey, I got a playlist of stuff. It's like it's not that rap stuff. I was like, no, it's just the workout piece. So that way, you know, as you're working out, you get the rhythm with it. You know, how you go like this and doing push-ups, or you know, you're doing sets. Right. It's just to get with the program, basically. So, you know, I show him my list, and I always said he likes Skrillex. What's
that?
You never heard of Skrillex?
As a DJ?
Yeah, it's like a DJ.
Yeah.
So he likes that stuff. Like he listens to it nonstop, and like every time he picks me up, when I have
plan?
Huh?
I say, you said every time he picks you up, I say he has a plan?
Yeah. He plays the same song. Like every time he picks me up, he goes. I'm like, golly. He likes that one song from Skrillex. He likes that where he goes bang a rain.
Yeah.
He plays that every time he pulls up, rolls out the window, bang a rain. He likes that song, bro.
That's hilarious.
Nah, man, he likes.
So that. you like my bad? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, man.
So you like a wide variety.
No, you can put if it's good, you put me on. That's all.
I've been on reggae lately, man. Like a lot of reggae, Afro beats and stuff like that. Rock. I got a rock playlist on my phone, and then I like to listen to a lot of instrumentals. Like when I'm editing. At night and stuff like that. Like
jazz is the only thing I can get into. Jazz is the only thing.
I like the lo-fi beats. I like this real chill.
I like the lo-fi beats.
Mellow.
You know, they actually help me sleep. Sometimes I be having trouble sleeping because like I just something stare at the ceiling.
Man. Sometimes it's hard to turn off, man.
And then just play right next to me. Usually you're not supposed to have your phone by your ear.
Right.
But you know.
Yeah. Who cares?
Who cares?
I get right. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
You know what's funny? They and I'm going out there on a limb, but with the radiation, they be like, don't have your phone.
Yeah, no, because they say that it can fry your brain.
I heard about that, but I put my food. I fry my food in the air fryer, put it in the microwave. Like, dude, I'm already there.
It's like I'm already fried.
I'm already fried, man. Yo, that's funny, bro.
Man.
That is crazy, man. Mm-hmm. Everything I heard emits radiation, some type of radiation. Which one?
No, I lost my keys in the car.
I do that all the time.
I had that at the car.
You locked them in the car before?
Yeah, dude. I hate doing that, man.
What did they have to do?
So they open your door, like from the window.
They stab that thing in there?
That's
Oh,
it.
yo, old school watch.
Mhm.
When I seen somebody who locked their car in the thing. They like shoved this wedge, like hammered this wedge in the door to like, I guess, create a space to slide the rod in. But it jacked up like the little molding and everything around. I was like, that's terrible, man. Why'd you do that? But yeah, man. Music wise, all right, cool. So you more like chill. You're not like super like
I'm not
hype
picky.
music.
No.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. That see our vibe match up, man. Like cause we never like before we got on the camera, man. We never hung out.
No,
outside of work. This our first time actually like hanging out, man.
I asked.
So that's dope.
Good thing is we're on different shifts. So.
Right,
But I was always wanted to hang out and do stuff. Yeah.
Same, man. Same. So I'm glad you came through, bro. I really appreciate it, bro. The vibe is dope. Cause sometimes you meet up with somebody and it's kind of like, yeah,
it's like a hey and goodbye.
Yeah. It's like hey, man. Like immediately you get the vibe. Like, I don't think this is work, but this is pretty cool, man. I appreciate you.
I've been chill. Even ever since we met, we've been
right, man. Funny chill. Dude too. You got a great sense of humor, man.
I always have a great sense of humor.
I always do this, man. Before we end the podcast, I always say, man, word for thought. Anything you want to lead the people with that's on your mind. Word of advice. Anything. It could be anything. Share a social media handle, or you could just. Peace out. It's up to you, man.
Oh man, this is actually my first one. If you care about somebody, cherish them, love them, because you never know how far you can go without them. Because once they're gone, they're gone. So love your peoples.
That's real, man. This is the Real Talk Podcast, man. I appreciate you guys listening. This was a super fun one, man. Had a lot of laughs. Enjoyed it, shared a lot of information. Like, share, comment, man. Share it with a friend, share it with a family member. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Peace.
All right, peace.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode or if you want to check out more of our content, please visit our social media platforms linked in the description of this episode. You can also check us out each week where we drop a new episode every single Thursday. So don't forget, like, share, comment, and thanks again for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.